Hi everybody, week 2 of Fox Girl and Wingnut hiking the AT. Really had an enjoyable week. Started at Boiling Springs, Pennsylvania, and we're up here west of Allentown. This is Liz crossing the field south of Boiling Springs. We got into town, had a great breakfast at Cafe 101, and then I think you last saw us sitting on this bench outside of the ATC headquarters there. We visited with our friends the Blairs, and they have a lovely house. Listen to this music and look out the windows. Diane was gracious enough to pick us up and host us, and so we hosted her to breakfast before we left town. Lot of flat ground hiking coming out of Boiling Springs. Here's Liz styling across one of the fields. More nice and flat across the Cumberland Valley. Lovely flowers. It was just a gorgeous day that day coming across there. More of the views in the fields we saw there. Didn't know how this little nut got stuck in the bottom of that tree, but we thought it was fun and something y'all would enjoy looking at. These beautiful white flowers, almost like Edelweiss. More of these phlox by the side of the trail. Even this little salamander. They're all avoiding the craziness, though, of the Route 81. Listen to this. And then the peacefulness of the woods, hiking up to Darlington Shelter atop this and looking back over where we've come back across the Cumberland Valley. The next day was a long hike into Duncannon. Here's Liz relaxing by Hawk Rock, and I'm catching some Z's there myself. Down into Duncannon, and as you can see from this map, we crossed the river and then back up the other side. This is the infamous Doyle Hotel in Duncannon, Pennsylvania. And as you'll see in a moment, the decor is early flophouse. But great proprietors, Pat and Vicky. Across the street is Goody's Breakfast. Good, wonderful, filling, cheap breakfast. Here we are hiking through Duncannon on a rainy morning. Have we seen any bears? Well, only this one in the front yard of a house in Duncannon. That's all we've got so far. Crossing the Susquehanna River. And that hill in the background is our next target. So we're on top of that ridgeline now, looking back down on the river and walking around. This is when we first encountered Mongasso rocks that have begun to kick our butts. Lovely night there the next day. So we camped out by side of the trail. More flowers along the way. Really a delight. I mean, it's just gorgeous. All these views from on top of the ridgelines. And we're getting some good mileage in these days. We're up in the range of 16, 17, 18-mile days. The rocks were an impediment to us, but hey, you know, we deal with it, and that just goes on the way it is. You can see the views, really pretty. Rain down is pretty hard a couple days, and this is Liz and Greg coming into a shelter at the end of a wet day. We tend to camp out and not stay in the shelters. You can see how much water collects on our top. This was our goal. It was into Port Clinton, and in Port Clinton is a place called the Peanut Shop. Kind of the most amazing candy store we've ever seen, including pet rat candy. How about that, huh? Bet you never heard of that before. So here's our candy stash. We're currently laid up in the microtel, really enjoying a couple days off. Here's some random thoughts. These beautiful flowers turn out to be lady slippers, which are actually carnivorous. Didn't know that. A little worried about that sometimes with our toes as we walk close to them. There's a lot of these old mining towns in the area, and you saw the log book there. These logs are all along the trail, and notes are passed back and forth. The trail sometimes can be beautiful and flat and lush, and then the next you round a turn and it's rocks. It's almost like a hiker speed bump. Frustrating sometimes, but that's the way it is. Coal is everywhere in this part of Pennsylvania. Anthracite, and it's by the trail. It's here in town. It's everywhere. The place we're staying is Hamburg, Pennsylvania, home of the world's largest Cabela's, and frankly, the only McDonald's I've ever seen with an antler-shaped light. Liz is wearing these special socks because they really do help her. And we're at 195 miles so far, and can't wait to get back on the trail tomorrow. One little treat for you here before we go. I wanted the area we were walking in is a migration area for birds. And we shot a video that I think you'll really enjoy. So just be quiet and just listen quietly to this next video. The bird sounds were remarkable, and we wanted to capture that and share it with y'all. It's an incredible adventure we're on, and we can't wait till next week. More then, and take care, everybody. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.